Great. I guess the session is recorded and you can watch it anyway. Uh, as far as I'll just give an overview what happened. So I have given a data set, and this import I just taken from my import itself. Like it has every necessary library that needs to be imported in a single cell, so that I need not repeatedly import things. So that is this, and this is where I am loading the data set. So in data variable, the data, the CSV file that I have uploaded to the Google Colab has been loaded to this particular data. So once I done that, I'm seeing the data dot head, so that I get an overview of what is happening. So how many categorical, how many numerical. So all those some kind of overview on column, all these things I can get it. And then comes the shape where there are 4,000 rows of data and 11 columns. So most probably this doesn't have an X and Y split, meaning test feature and target split is not there, which means we have to split, and according to the question the target will be given. So this in this data set there is no split of that kind. So it is just a single data set, and that too this is for pre-processing only. So so I wanted to confirm this, and then uh, before starting with anything, I'll just give an overview of how the data set will be looking like in your OPPs. So there will be two set of data. One is for pre-processing and one is for model building. So the pre-processing, there will be two sections. One is pre-processing. In that, there will be 11 questions, 11, most probably 10 or 11 questions. So you'll be having it. Almost 45 marks will be allotted over there. I guess so. It was the case. I'm not sure about the upcoming test. So almost you can expect 10 or 11 questions over there. It will be very simple. It is a place where you can score easily, even if it is anything complicated. Also, you can score well because it will be very basic. One, since you have crossed almost 8 weeks of the course. Yes, Sapna?
Sorry to interrupt, but did you saw the new pattern which they said about or they make changes for the OPP two? They said
No.
they're gonna conclude the OPP one also,
Yes,
and
yes. Oh, you
yeah,
mean the marking scheme?
yeah, marking according to that only we will get we won't get that much, and even we will get the OPP one part also. So for that also I'm saying, like you're
Okay.
considering that, right?
Yes, yes. See,
Okay.
actually, as far as the grading marking is concerned, so whatever you score in the pre-processing section will be considered as 100%, and that will be transferred to your OPP one. So there is some kind of change in the grading pattern, but our aim is not to actually switch on that. We will be focusing more on coding part only. So it is better to give 100% in both pre-processing and model building. So that is our aim, and whether they take it there or here, that depends. That is the next part, right?
Okay.
So that is what I wanted to say. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Continue.
even then, whatever the marking scheme is, there will be definitely two sections, which is a pre-processing and then the model building. Uh, 24 regression, 44 classification. Okay. See, whatever the marking scheme is, that is okay. But what I'm saying is, whatever the pre-processing is, whatever the model building is, as far as the course is concerned, it is very much necessary that you need to learn everything of these 12 weeks. So yeah, so not just for OPP one, this will be helping in your MLP projects as well. So that is the thing. Anyways, the marking scheme you can maybe confirm with the course team once again or the mail and all. I'm just briefing about how usually it happens and an overview of what will be happening. So there will be two data sets and all those things I've said. Uh, so the first 11 questions will be starting about. I'll just give the question so that you could also try it. So the first question usually will be which data set are you using, the v1, v2, v3, those kind of questions. And the next question comes to, yeah, so I'll just take this question. So this is usually the question most of the times. So they'll give you, they'll say us to find how many null values are present in the data set completely. So in this particular question, it is asking for a gender column only, but will, it is good that if we see for every other columns also. So since this is a practice of taking this question as an overview, I'll just give an thing where you can get and how you can process the complete data set, like irrespective of what the question is. So so data of data dot is any. So this gives, if it is a false, there is no null values, and there's a, I mean, there is a value present in it. If it is true, then it is then it is a null value. So I just want a sum of it so that I get how many null values are present. So it is evident that BMI has 149 null values. Null values in the sense it is it is blank or it is np.nan. So this np.nan is an nan value. It's nan, I guess. Yes.
So you don't need to open that Gmeet again. I'm saying, like we can use.
Mhm.
Uh, I'm saying that in that collab, you writing that is null is nan, right? We can use the is null also to get that.
Yeah, yes, yes. Like what I, so there are many different ways that this can be done. So
Okay,
it is completely of your choice to use any model. I'm comfortable with this, so I'm just using this. So there is no specific way of doing this.
okay. I was
Yeah,
just asking. Thank you.
yeah. Okay. So this is one thing. So this is evident that 149 nanometers. But there is one catch on this, which is it is not evident. So let's see the PMI, BMI data of the. So if I want just to see the BMI column, no? So this is the BMI, and I just want the value count. So value count will not give, I guess. So since there is null values present in this, I just want to confirm how many null values that is over here. But none. No. So there is some other variable that is being used for null values. So that is what I wanted to say, which is I don't know what value is it actually. So I just want to uh, take it what the value is. So since this is 0 and 0 for everything, it doesn't mean that everything doesn't have a null value. So we need to find for each column that which is the null value. So I'll just go over this so that, so if I give a value count, I'll know how much. So I could see there is unknown here. The unknown is being specified as a null value. Instead of giving an uh, instead of giving np.none, it has been given as unknown. So that is, so even then, even if it is unknown, it means that it is a null value. So you need to uh, cannot blindly go over this. What this is, you need to. So it will be given on the question as well. So look at the futures takes and find out an implausible value. So the gender cannot be unknown. So it is obvious that this is the value. Yes. So similarly, you could do for other columns, and even if you check for age, there will be question mark, I guess. So it cannot be less than zero somehow. So all the ages were less than zero was not an age. So age cannot be negative. So you could take that way. Or this is one way of checking. Usually numerical values give this kind of. So this means that age of these people is not being recorded. So any questions as for now?
Yeah, like you chose only age, then why it is showing the other features like gender and
Uh, Actually,
name?
I'm just taking the data set completely, and
Okay,
wherever the data age is less than zero, I want the entire set of columns. Even if I want the exact features, I could actually give age alone. If I give age, it'll say it is. I guess you understand the logic behind this. That is, I took the data variable completely, and I want only where the data age which is less than zero. So just that's it. So it doesn't there's no specific value that it is, but it is giving. So if I get the shape, there are almost 8 null values in age, which it's evident. So this is one possible question that you can get in pre-processing. Uh,
I want to ask one thing.
mhm,
In that where you showed without a shape,
mhm.
dot shape, you were showing that like it in age feature, it's showing that -3. So what that mean is
So there is no meaning. Like I'm saying
like
it is a null value. So it doesn't have doesn't have any value at all. So
I want to ask that what that mean where age feature having what the like cells na
mhm.
-3, what it is showing.
So, in Python we used to do. So, if it is a valid age, put the valid age. If it is invalid, give -1. So, it
Okay,
is some kind of that characteristics that is being followed. If the valid age is given, then it will be take that value. If the user has not given a valid age, then default value is given, which is -6.
got it.
Some kind of convention is being used. There is no specific thing.
Like is that mean that like there is that number of ages are there
Hmm.
which is having -3?
No, how age can be -3?
No,
Missing value. There's just a missing value,
Yeah.
and
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
like
it is showing by default that in place of missing value they wrote the -3, but
right.
they are missing values. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
Yeah.
the
Just.
convention of data entry.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
got it. Uh, Go ahead.
Yes.
Sir, sir, can the age be a continuous value?
Yes, of course. That uh, in this data set, I'm not sure. Let me check.
Yes, so there is continuous value means 1.88 or 0.88.
Yeah, yeah. Then it can be. For this, you can check any not any info. This info will have what? So age is a float. So then it can be continuous, and object means it's some uh, characteristics maybe. So characteristic character values. And integer will also I can convert this float as integer also. There is as type value, so that I could, instead of continuous, I can ignore anything after decimal and then put it as a integer also. That can also be done. So anything that you can take like this. So there will be many questions in this format alone. So at least 3 or 4 questions will be on the same kind, where you need to take one of the column and just given value count, you will get how it is. If it is a continuous value, then you have to manually pick this up, since zero is a value. Zero is one kind of value. Yeah, so you can take it this way. So there are around 5 questions of the same, 6 questions of the same uh, pattern. So all these 6 questions have similar kind of approach only. So whatever the questions being asked, you can just put a value count. If there is anything apart from that that is being desired, then you can conclude that as an a null value. That will also be mentioned in the question, like carefully look into the implausible values. So you need to check that. So that is all it about. Let's go to the next pattern of the questions. This is simple. We will not spend much time on. Yeah, one important question. How many people live in city, smoked at least once in life, and had a heartbreak? So anybody who have done the what's it- what the name? Anybody who have done the DBMS course would have known how this you can extract every possible values in it. So yeah, I'll get to that. So you need to specify what are the values that is being taken. Uh, for continuous values, you cannot take that. I mean, you cannot take a question mark, or you cannot manually check or give an value count, and you cannot do that. Most probably they will not ask that level of questions to be asked. Anything that is numerical value, it cannot be less than zero. So that is, if it is a categorical value, anything that is unknown is considered as thing. And also, if you give a value count, if it is a categorical variable, if you give a value count, you will know how that what is the unknown value itself, whether it is a question mark or an unknown or an np dot nan, everything will be come into account. So you need not worry about it. If it is a question mark, just put a question mark and try it if that is needed. So there will be no questions as such for.
Go ahead.
Okay, I want to take the data. So there is one parameter called, like, where you can call query, where in this you can write any sort of question that you want to put in, basically. So as far as the DBMS goes, like you have done in your DBMS course, you can put any query that that will be taken here. So I just want to mention this. People lives in city. So lives in city.
Sir, live in, yeah.
I'll just take this. And what is it? It is city. So I'll just take this. So there will be many mistakes on this character values, so make sure you do it. So I'll just read it. I live People live in city, smoked at least, live in city, and so it's an intersection, so it must be there. Smoked in city at least once. Formerly smoking status equal to. So there is
Smokes. Smokes.
no
Formerly smoked.
formerly smoked. Smoked at least once. At least once.
So
Yeah,
then we
both.
can do not
Both.
equal to never smoked, right?
Yeah, great. That would be, yeah. Since there are two values that gives us same characteristics, I can give not equals to.
So it will count both smokes
Huh.
and formerly smokes.
Yeah, anything that is not never smoked is considered as
Hmm.
considered will be considered basically. So there is two values. I'm just ignoring all the two values and just I'm just taking one value which is not that and never smoked.
Never smoked written in by using underscore, or it's like to have the gap. Okay, okay.
It is not there. So I'm just taking this as this. Let's see if that didn't work. Maybe we can go with that.
We want to comment on heart attack also.
Yes, heart attack.
Heart attack, yes.
Yeah.
And
So
heart attack,
whatever the condition, I'm just putting that.
yes, yeah.
Yeah, never smoked is not a value. So I try this. Not equal to next. City is not defined. Really? Oh, right. It's in double quotes.
Yeah. I guess yes also should be
Should
in,
it double?
yeah.
Yes. So I got 73 rows. Let me check the answer whether it is massive.
Asking for the count actually. If you're gonna scroll up there, you wrote the question.
How many people lives in city?
Count,
Yeah.
we should.
73 should be fine.
Yeah.
But
Sir,
for that, we
sir,
will do
in the
Yeah.
count.
question asking for the at least once smoked in the life, but you are mentioning the never is correct,
But
correct.
there, before that, Sir wrote not
Yes,
equal to.
yes, yes, yes.
It is not. Yeah. So it has 73 values.
Basically, 73 rows we will consider, right?
Yes.
11 columns are there.
Yes. Columns remains the same. No problem with that.
Okay.
There is one mistake in this.
Sir, but the smoking status is equal
Hmm.
to smokes or the smoking status is equal to formally smoked, na?
That,
Means not the both. It can be any of
It
them.
can be both because we need at least once the person should have smoked.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we are considering smokes as also at least that person smokes. Or
Sir,
formally school also can consider the at least one. So we are
sir, but
considering both.
is there a missing value in smoking
Yeah.
status?
Yeah. That's a very good question. So even so, what if there is a nan value and that will also be counted as 73? Great. Great. That's a good catch. So I need to remove that also. So I'll just to show what I'm doing. So it's data
Can
of.
we do one thing for that, like for the whole data set, because it will affect the below data also. Every for every question, can we filtered out that how many like missing values are there, or we just fill it up those, and then we will work on it, or
But
else we will just remove.
Yeah,
the question provides something, no?
yeah. So yeah, this is one important thing most people do. If they see a null value, I mean
Those we
null
remove.
value, they actually impute it. So it will change your complete entire data set itself. Just once I have loaded this data set, never ever change the value of this data. Let that data be same. If you even if you want anything, just go with the next part only. So As the data is concerned, this is one thing. I'll just give is any. So,
By the
ne-
way, sir, here in this question, they wrote that ignore the rows with any missing values. So we can ignore that. Although we can consider the point also that if they are considering that if the rows are like excluding the missing values, rows.
ignore records or rows with any missing values. So it should not include, right?
But
That's
sir,
what.
there are missing values only in BMI column. So in our query, we can just add an extra condition that BMI should not be the null value, and that should work, right?
No, but the null value is not the default null value. It can be unknown.
Hmm.
It can be something else.
Uh, Here we will get confused.
Yeah. So instead of all these confusions, uh, just see the this
Said
table.
there is unknown count of
Yeah. Yeah.
1204 in the smoking status. You can check by
One.
the
Yeah.
dot value
Yeah.
counts.
Yeah. Instead of this is why I used to have whatever written in the question. So there are four values, and which one is considered as unknown. Uh, Instead of doing all sort of different things, just change this. Instead of this one, change it to equal to, and then put this as never not never. Just go with the direct part itself. This is okay if there is no non values. Put it here and then
But sir, are
or
we sure there are only two values, formerly smoked or smoker?
yeah,
Yeah, because like
this is the
in
value count.
that value count we can see that na clearly. Four unique values, including unknown.
Sorry, did not notice that.
Yeah, yeah, it's okay.
So I need to put this bracket. So I guess it will be preceded first. First it will take this or that, and then the hard code. I guess this should give an entry error. Yeah, it must be repeated again, or you can give it as a list also. How it should work. Yeah. So there are few values. Let me check the shape of it.
Dot shape.
Yeah, this is perfect. This is the correct answer. So yeah, like whatever the before one is also right, but you cannot think what is happening whether it is right in your OPP. You cannot check whether it is right or wrong. So you need to just go with the question itself. So city first, city, and then smoked at least once. So at least once, which comes formally smoked at least once, and then smokes also definitely it comes. So just put these two directly, and then had a hard break. Just put a hard break. No, don't please don't complicate things. It will give unnecessary complications after your viva. So I mean after your exams. So
I do have one doubt.
mhm,
The questions you're taking from, is it
mhm.
NPP questions?
No.
Okay, but like if we want to check that is 73 is correct or 52 is correct, what we will do? Like,
This is one of my like
if you
two
do
three.
have the answer, like you can check.
Yeah. I do have the answer, so that's why I'm checking. So I do have the what is the value on this thing. So that is easy for me to check. I like this is the answer I could say.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
thank you. Good.
yeah. I'll just take the next question. So this is one important question where you need to use this query parameter to take any sort of conditions within that. Now, uh,
How many questions we can expect?
around 10 or 11 for the pre-processing. So today we'll be discussing mostly pre-processing. Any sort of that out will be taken. Uh, yeah. So it would be better if everybody works on this part. I'll just give few questions, maybe once you start trying, let's discuss the answer later. So anybody would like to volunteer? How can I do this question? Just the categorical columns.
Yeah, what we can do is we can write data
Data.
or particularly we want to select that categorical values, right?
Yes.
So what we can do is like I didn't remember the exact sentence,
Mhm.
but
No,
I just
that is
know
the
that
catch over here. You need to
include
remember the catch.
equal to object we can say, but
Sorry.
before include equal to object we can
Okay.
consider
Where should I write now?
in, yeah, in bracket actually,
Bracket, square bracket.
circle bracket, include equal to
So
Include
We
equal.
can
Yeah,
also do
yeah.
data
Okay,
dot
okay.
info.
Yeah, yeah. Wait.
that I
Let
forgot, like after
include equal
date
to
object in
include equal to directly object.
uh,
That's it.
yeah,
Should I run this?
yeah, let's see. Okay, there is an error.
Any
In,
other who wish to try this?
We can use data dot info.
Okay, that is also fine. But
but
this is not
we
a
can't
proper way
count.
of.
df dot data types d types, sorry.
No, you are almost there.
Include data types.
No.
Uh,
Select
df info,
everything.
Sorry.
df info.
Select details.
Sorry. Wait.
Select
Anyone?
select the details.
Okay.
Yes, in now it will come the
Should I
include.
include or exclude?
No, include object,
Include equal to object
object
in quotes or what?
singles, like simply object.
Simple.
Let's see, like if we yeah, after that you have to write the dot value count also
Why
to,
value count?
Or
sorry,
dot columns.
Columns. That's simple.
columns, yeah, it will collect all the columns, yeah,
Yeah.
that
So
one.
gender has tension. Has tension. Any gender is there?
Select data type, yeah, got it.
So what are the options over here?
So gender, never married,
Mhm.
and heart attack.
So option would be
Smoking status also.
A, C, and
Smoking status, D.
D.
Heart attack of F. Yeah,
Great.
all these options are.
So this is the answer. Uh, so I guess everybody is. This is one simple question. Usually people give, like, sometimes there will be questions like this also. It's very simple things. Don't ignore it. These are scoring marks.
I forgot that select data type.
So this simple one line code, it's better to remember this.
so from data.info we can also get now.
But there we
Yeah.
can't see the exact objects. Yeah, we
We
can,
can
but
see.
it will take time for us to see
Yeah,
this.
this is one way of doing, of course. Why do you want data info? Even with head also, you can manually check gender,
Yes, we
this one,
can.
and all.
Time taking process, sir.
Yeah, so this is the proper way of doing the things.
Yeah.
Uh, so,
Over here, we are including object, but is it possible that the categorical variables could be encoded using numbers?
yeah, possible, of course. Select the,
I
that
guess
is all.
all objective type features will come here.
So if that is there, then it will be encoded as object only. Anything that is object, that will be taken. And also heart attack is also an object. Okay.
Yeah,
uh,
there we saw na that yes or no heart
yeah,
attack.
everything is an object only. Like,
Yeah.
we are working on the original data set. We are not encoding anything as far as this particular question is concerned. So we just want the object values to be taken. So they just expect you to put this keyword and then extract it and then put the answer. So that is the intention of this particular question. That's it.
So, info is also a great choice because, like, suppose if someone confused in like object, and if it is numerical arts,
Yes, yes, of
then
course.
info would be the great choice, I guess.
Of course, of
Yeah,
course.
that's what I was suggesting, because I could just say that if heart attack has been there, then one, otherwise zero. That could be like float 64 type also.
Yes, but there might be some quiz sometimes where they give an integer value as an object itself. So in that
I'll give an
case,
example. 01 having category like that.
yeah. So sometimes you have the you can, while seeing, you may see it is at 0 and 1, but that can be included as categorical variable. That can be confirmed only through object confirmation. You can give an info and then put an wherever it is an object, then it is fine. It is a good option only, definitely.
Okay.
Good.
So what is the distribution for no one is? It's simple. It's in
Yeah,
heart
that
attack.
is for value count.
Yeah. So later,
Square bracket single quotes attack dot value count.
uh, okay.
Sir, there is a
Most,
parenthesis.
yeah,
Circle bracket.
194 option C. So one other thing is, yeah. So this is the target column that they have mentioned. So for until here, we haven't done any sort of encoding or any sort of pre-processing technique. We are just seeing the values here, extracting query parameters, and then value counts, info, select D types, SNA, all these things. So there, till here, this is the basics, and almost 1 hour has been over. Okay, now is the actual part. Before going to that, I'll just say one thing. Do you know lock and ilock? Anybody? Ilock?
I heard, I saw, but I forgot.
The way
Okay.
to select rows using index numbers.
Yeah. So if I want all rows and then the second columns, how will I go with that?
If
Second row alone.
second row
Sir,
or second column,
sir, you want all rows and the second column,
Yeah.
colon comma 2.
colon, comma, 2.
All right.
No, colon, comma, 1, I think.
I want all rows. Okay, okay. Sorry, other way. I mean, I want the second row completely, and all the columns. Actually, how do I do that?
Only one.
Only one.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. So this also gave
Uh,
an all, but
Sorry, I didn't
actual.
get.
So
If you
yeah,
could
yeah.
please brief it.
So iLock, how it works? It is an integer locking, so where we can pick up or pull out any columns or any rows particular values. So the first anything that is before this comma is a row index, where if I give column, it includes all the rows, and if I give column, then it takes all the columns. So which gives 4,000 rows on all the rows on all the columns. If I want just the first 10 columns, the first I want all the rows, but I want just the first 10 columns. So this will exclude the last column, which gives 10 columns. All right. Any questions?
Clear.
Yeah. So similarly, if I want the first 5 rows, just till 5 rows. I have the first 5 rows and first 10 columns. So this is one important thing that you need to remember to pick out, pull out whatever you need. Uh, can anybody help me with how can I take all the even part? I want all the even rows. How will I do that?
Colon 2.
You can use
Colon.
three-part slicing, sir.
Will this work? Great. This is also fine. So can anybody suggest how can I take odd column numbers.
So
Colon.
1:::2.
1:::2. So this is giving, oh no, no, this is giving odd rows only. I want odd columns. I want
Oh,
all rows.
sorry.
I want all
Colon,
rows.
comma, 1, colon, 2.
Colon, comma, 1, colon, 2.
I heard those.
Oh, no problem. This is fine. Oh, everybody got this? So there might be questions on this also. Uh, yeah, so nothing much important, but I would just want to show you how this ILOC works. Now coming to the chill part. Okay, so I just want to keep the 30% of the data as test and use the random state. There is no way mentioned I need to use divide the data set into training and test. Give me if I do. Okay, can anybody help me with this? This is one basic question. How can I go with
Splitting
this?
thing.
Yes,
First, we have to
So,
import the print test split.
yeah, that is done. Next,
uh, so next step
First, we
is
have to bifurcate the data into features and labels.
exactly. So that is the first thing that you need to do. So I'm just taking the data. I want all the rows. I'll use iloc itself. I'll use all the rows, and I want all the columns, but not the last column. You got this? Got this? Anybody have any doubt here? Not iloc. Now I want all the rows and just the last row of the data. Any doubt in this? How the I'll just put the shape so that you so it has 10 and y dot shape should give me
2000 row 1 column.
yes, exactly. So now I have the proper feature and target. I guess till here it is perfect.
And we also have to replace in the y with yes to 1 and no with 0.
Was it mentioned? Yes. Okay, we'll do that. How can we do that? Can you can
We
anybody
use
help me?
dot replace.
So dot
Dot
Yeah.
replace.
replace, yes.
Replace.
What we are doing, by the way?
We are
We are
replacing the
Yes, comma, 1.
Yeah, we need
we are
to replace
We have to use
yes
a
with one and no
dictionary.
with zero.
Dictionary.
Ah,
So
okay, okay.
yes with yes, comma,
Imputation.
1.
So what should I do now after replace?
Write a
Yes,
yes in string,
yes.
capital Y,
Okay.
comma, 1.
Next.
And
we should
similarly,
use curl bar brackets as dictionary.
use
And
curly
because we
bracket
will
and
have,
create a
yeah, we will
dictionary.
We
have
can
yes
use
and no both.
dictionary.
Hmm. Great.
Yes colon 1, no colon 0.
So curly braces.
Instead of square brackets, use curly braces. So
That creates dictionary, and then we have both yes and no. And
yeah,
Sir,
Yes, sir. Is it zero? Yeah. Should this work? There is one other parameter that I
yes.
need to add. Do
in
anybody
place,
know? Huh?
so
in
negative for
place,
unknowns.
Yeah,
This
great.
one.
So this is important if you are not replacing it. In place is equal to true is one important parameter that you need to use so that it is done in place itself so that the y is being replaced. So if I print y, it will be the same. But what if I didn't? I'll just show the difference. If it is not in place,
I think it will make a copy of y.
yeah. So there's some background noise. So this why dot replace, it is working, but I'm use data. So in place is one important parameter that you need to use. I'm not sure why it is giving already giving an in place. If I run this, let me run this. Yes.
As someone said that it will just copy of that's maybe it was doing.
No. I'm just reloading this, right?
No, sir. But
So
because you are using in place equal to true as is, you should remove
no.
that parameter. No?
Is it
Yeah.
because we are not using the dropping function here?
Oh, okay.
Huh?
No,
Not
not
really.
really.
Sir, try data printing the data once.
Yeah.
It's
See the
already
heart attack.
shown.
Why heart attack itself been changed?
Sir, it is
So
showing
you
that
have
the
to.
in-place feature is deprecated and will be removed in the future version. So I think it is already working by default.
No, actually, we have to reload that data set, right? It's already modified that data.
Hmm, Uh,
So
no.
first of
I got the point, but the thing is, it should not work this way. I'll just explain what the ambiguity is. So I have the data now. So if I run this, see S and no should be there, but once I run this, I'm just replacing Y and not nowhere I'm touching the data part. So nowhere I have touched it.
Sir,
But
there is a
if I
weird caching issue if you reload the same thing again and again.
okay,
A
uh,
Google Colab issue.
oh,
If you
but
restart the whole runtime, it will work.
mm-hmm. So if I should I reload this only then it will work.
No, sir. In the runtime, there is a restart and run all tab.
Yes, yeah.
Then it will work.
Oh, but this will take a long time. I do.
Or we can do a control F9 to run all the cells.
No. I want to restart it also. Yeah. I'll just give it. So this y dot replace. Uh, the thing is, I want to say I'm nowhere touching what this one is. So the data has been proper now. Y is there. If I give y again, it is it's only y. So y dot replace. Now if I again give data, see the heart attack column is itself being changed. So maybe to avoid this problem, there is something called deep copy. I don't know how many of them know it. So this should not make an issue somehow. Oh, I need to reload. See now it is not giving a problem. So which if you have run your Java course, there is something called pointer variable. There might be some issue like that. I'm not sure why is that making problem. Now I'm doing the data and I'm running this, and then again I'm running data. There is no effect on heart attack, but the Y has been replaced now. The Y will be replaced. See the Y is replaced and the heart attack is not. The original data set remains as such.
So I have a doubt.
Mhm.
If at all the function, the target variable is not at the end of it,
Ah,
then how can we easily remove it?
that's a good
The
question. So say just put a column, right? That would give me so data of something. What about the variable? Maybe I will take smoking status. Smoking status. So this should actually be the Y variable now. Is that okay?
okay.
So if I give Y this, now I have the label as the Y. So there is no difference in this. I'll just take this. So now the thing is just So I've just replaced it, and I'm using in place so that y is in place replaced. And now I need to split the data into 30% of the data to be test set. So how should be the variable format?
X train, comma X test, comma Y train and Y test.
Y underscore training underscore test.
So first we have to import from the
Yeah,
sklearn.module
yeah,
selection.
it is imported. Everything has been imported over here.
Okay.
Here for the first parameter. Okay. And I just need to follow all these where random state is 0. Before the test size I need to give it. You can get this kind of option where you will get to know what the parameters is. It is test size, test underscore size, which is 30%. It should be float value, and then the random state. Uh, so it is for the reproducibility. And then what else is given? 30% zero. Heart attack is a target. Everything. Yeah, stratify is also given. So how do I do stratify? Stratify. What is the parameter?
Stratify is equal to y.
So is it y? Yeah, equal to right. Now I should have a proper data set. Yes, correct.
Why have we used stratify equals to y?
Yeah, I've given. Is that okay? Any doubt? Um,
Sir, why we have used stratify equals to y?
yeah, one. Some switch. Right. Uh, stratify. Oh, till here, I guess everybody is sure. Stratify is equal to y is given, right? Any.
I'm asking why we are using.
Oh, okay. Stratify y is equal to if the data set is being balanced, while not. I mean, if the data set is imbalanced, if we use stratify equal to y, it will split the data set in such a way that an equal proportion of x train and x test will have the equal proportion of y value. So the y value has been heavily uh, imbalance right here. So it has 3000. So no has 3000 and yes has 194. So in this case, or we should not, we should maintain the equal proportion while splitting the data also. So that's why this parameter is being used. So got it. Y underscore train dot value counts. See, almost an equal proportion is being managed so that a proper yes, Bhavika.
So if at all we have an imbalanced class here,
Mhm.
how will we manage? Because everything, the predictions will not be right, right?
Most probably yes, but this as far as the OPP is concerned, it is better to go with the exact format they give in the question. Only then the answer would properly match. If we since we have a imbalanced data set, they told us to give to stratify y, so that I'm just giving that. So prediction, even if it goes wrong, just put the wrong answer, like wrong value that is being given. That is the thing.
Uh, Just, I know it's out of syllabus for this, but just if at all it's an imbalanced data set,
Mhm.
what you should do?
If it is an imbalanced data, better go with the smooth. There's something called synthetic uh, generation of data, which actually shows smooth. Uh, this one. you can go with this. This actually balances the class. Uh, if you run a smooth on this, you will the data set will actually get balanced, so that each every both the categories will be matched. You can read on this. There is a scale on where smooth is being used. There are many types of smoothing techniques in SQL, so you can refer to this if you want.
Sir, how will we know that the data set is balanced or not?
It is evident here, right? Like this value counts. If I, yeah, so value counts show it is imbalanced. I have out of 4,000, I got 3,800 as an no. So which is imbalanced? If I run train test, I so this is that, and I'm just running this. So oh right. I need to convert everything to. Uh, I need to encode it, and all those things. Only then it will be working. So I'll just leave that for now. That is out of not out of syllabus. It is in syllabus only. Smoothing techniques, and there are many different types of smoothing techniques. Maybe you can try it, and it will be useful for your projects as well. But the thing is, this is an imbalanced data set that I can conclude for now. You can try balancing it. Is that okay? Any other doubts?
No, sir.
Yeah. Let us go with the next part. Yeah, this is the actual problem that okay now I want everybody to work on this particular question. Uh, then we'll discuss the answer. So this is the most important step. This will have 5 or 6 marks, I guess. Not sure. So if you do this, you will get any like there will be 4 or 5 questions depending on this only. So you could try this.
Sir, can you share the question on GT on this chat?
Yes. Quite a big question, but it will be properly that you can take it here. Anybody could wish to share your screen and show me, I can help you.
Sir, what you put in the chat has gotten truncated.
Really? Okay. Where it was BMA only.
If possible, you could enable view access over this Google Colab file that you're using.
Yes, I'll just. Yes, can do that. It is ready now. So this is a question based on column transformers and the pipeline. No, I want everybody to work on this particular problem. I'll also work alongside. Uh, there is one some problem over here. So everybody got the collab? Any problem anybody facing? So what I'll be doing is I'll be taking this as my column. Okay, 1 minute. I'll let everybody try, and I'll be back in 2 minutes. In a minute. Let us start. First, I want a gender pipeline. So everything is a pipeline. I'll just go with this. Everything will be pipeline. Uh, and then this is a column transformer I need to use. Where in column transformer, I'll be putting all the pipelines in it. So that would only then I'll be giving all the other part. Uh, impute with most frequent and then ordinarily encode. Wherever I have given two things to do, for those things, I'll be defining a pipeline for it. Okay, let us start this part. Uh, you can also try, and I'll be doing alongside with you. First, I'll give gender underscore pipe equal to pipeline. Inside pipeline, I'll have a list of tuples where I'll be working. So this is the first tuple where I need to impute with most frequent and then ordinally encode. So I'm just giving this as name as impute. I guess why you everybody knows why we are giving the name, so that we could it works like a key in a dictionary. We have the key, right? So it works that way, so that we can change those parameters. I'm just instantiating the simple imputer class, and I want the strategy uh, strategy. Usually mean you can have this kind of small documentation anytime, and so the missing values were np.9, and I don't want the mean. I guess it was most frequent. I'll just go with most frequent itself. Most underscore frequent. Am I audible? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So I just want strategy to be most frequent, and then what else they have asked for. And one more thing. Usually this simple imputer takes np.nan as the only missing value. We have seen that gender does not have any np.nan, but it has a null value. So how will we specify that? It is given as missing underscore values, where it will be showing missing underscore values is equal to whatever the unknown value, whatever the missing value that we have noticed. We want to impute unknown, unknown we consider unknown as a missing value, and strategy is the this one. Okay, what is input? It's just a string, right? Okay, so this is one tuple, and then there is the next step that I need to do, which is once I impute it, then I need to ordinally encode it. So I again define a tuple where I'll just say encode. I'll instantiate what the ordinal encoder. There is no parameters given inside it, so I'm just leaving that as blank so that no other thing. So this is one pipeline I have defined. Similarly, you need to define for all other pipelines. Recording will be available in the calendar itself. Any doubt till here? Anybody? So this is the way of defining the pipeline. I'll not be going to other pipelines. Uh, has anybody tried, and can you anybody give me all the pipeline code?
Sir, in the age column, we
Mhm.
actually just showed the ages which are less than 0, right? We didn't actually transform the data and convert the negative values into positive values. So we have to do that also.
That is why the age is being given. So I'll just show how what that works. Instead of missing values, here I have given the missing values unknown. So instead, you need to take that as uh, age pipe. Age pipe. Instead of missing values, I'll just give it as -3. -3, and the strategy was mean, right? So I'll just go with the mean itself. So I guess this works. And the scalar was standard scalar. Standard scalar. Right? Is this does this work? Please. So wherever I have two options that I need to give, where in gender I have two things, which is impute and encode, and then impute standard scale. So I have just done these two, and everything is on ordinal encode. So I'm just leaving those. We'll take care of these things in the column transformer, and then comes the one hot encode. This is also one thing, so I'm just leaving it. Impute with most frequent and ordinal encode. So impute and encode. So I'll just define one other pipeline which is lives in. So anybody have any doubt? Just stop me. Lives in. So what is the lives in? I need to impute with most frequent and then ordinally encode.
So this lives in and gender have almost same things.
Mhm.
So can we group it together somehow, or we have to
Uh,
create separate
yeah.
only?
Okay. Just okay. Then if it is same, then I'll remove it. While defining the column transformer, we can take that. We can specify that in that. I'll just take.
No, I'm not sure. I'm not sure because here missing value is unknown in gender pipe. So I'm not sure about it. I'm just asking. If
Uh,
let's say this missing value is not there in gender,
mhm.
then can we just group it in one? If there was like this impute with most frequent, then ordinary encode.
Mhm.
Uh, so can we do that together? Because
Yes,
here
yes.
some. Okay.
Once the pipeline is defined in column transformer, we can specify whichever the
Column.
columns that needs to be passed through that pipe. You,
Yeah. I
uh,
remember. Yeah, and the
yeah,
column transformer we have to mention.
yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Anyways, as far as the OPP is concerned, I am again the same thing. It is better to go with whatever the question they give. If they give two different things, then define two different things and then work it out. Uh, that is the best thing. Yeah, that won't work. Like column transformer, it won't work. Uh, uh, will it work or it won't work? So in gender pipeline, what is the most frequent thing? It might be male or female, but in lives in pipe, there might be city or village. Either one of that will be the most frequent one. So which one will be considered? But even then it will not cause any problem because everything will be processed uh, in this format. And also they have given the transformation metrics where the zero should be the gender and then the age. So once everything is being transformed, this should be the order in which it has been uh, formatted actually. So only then it will work. So I have defined all the pipelines. I'll just anybody yet have any doubt on all these pipelines? I'm just wherever there is two things that I need to do. I'm defining a individual pipeline based on the column name. So because that is asked in the question, so you just follow the question itself. So I'm just done with all the pipelines. Now I'll go with the column transformer. Now I have to column transformer in column transformer. In column transformer, I need to give all the transformer methods. Transformers equal to, it's again a tuple list of tuples. First one, gender underscore pipe, which pipe I'm using? I'm using this pipe. So I'm just specifying that pipe. Once that is done, I need to specify what are the columns that it should go. It should be a list where I'm specifying what is the name of the column that needs to go inside that pipeline. So this is the pipeline. Transformers, gender pipe. Uh, I'm just selecting this. So this is the name, just a name, a key parameter that is being used, and this is the pipeline that is defined here, and this is the column name of the original data set which needs to be passed over there, and comma for the next one part is any doubt till here. Similarly, I need to specify for all other columns, and the important thing is the column transformers are taken into are processed in such a way that whatever you do in the beginning is only being considered. So first it takes the gender pipe, then does this transformation, then only it adds to the data frame, and then it again takes the next thing, which is uh, similarly, I need to go for the next thing, which is gender is done. Now age, I'll go with age 5 now. Similarly, I'll go with the next part, gender pipe, age pipe. What is the next thing? So first it will give the gender as transformed gender as the output. Then it gives the age as the output, and then after age, hash tension. What is hash tension? Do we have a hash tension pipeline? No. So why is that? Because hash tension, we just want ordinal encoder only. So what here I'll do is I'll just same way. I'll just define what is the name of the pipeline. Maybe say the name is it was hash tension. Hash tension. I'm using the same name. No worries. And then I'm directly instantiating the pipeline, and then what are the columns? What were the columns? Gender, age, and extension. So I can directly define if it is a single object that I need to create, I can directly go with this itself. Is that okay? Anybody any doubt with this? So this is how I define the pipeline. Similarly,
Select.
third col- so the column which we are creating, like hash, tension, gender, and age, are we creating it now or it is existing before?
This one, uh, while
Yes.
we are passing the while we are fitting it into the column transformer, in that data set, wherever the gender column is there, it will take into that account. So here we are just defining, that's it. No, nothing much of it.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So also we want to drop all of the columns. So there is something called reminder. What should I do with the remaining columns? I have mentioned all these column names. So what should I
Pass through.
do? No, I'll just drop everything. I just want all the important columns which I am doing. Other things I'm just dropping it. I don't want any other columns to mess up my data. I just leave it. Drop means other than which is being processed, everything will be removed. And then that's it. I can set output, set underscore output function, so that if it is put, uh, the output will also be a data set, data frame itself, pandas. So pandas meaning it will output the data itself in pandas data frame only. So which will be easy for us to uh, basically work on it. Let me run this. So no, nothing will happen because we are just defining everything. This is like a function that we are defining. Now we need to fit it. We'll be fitting it on what? We'll be fitting it on the train data only. So if we are fitting it on the train data, we'll also transform it so that we got the transform data set, x underscore train data. So I want the save data to be x underscore train. I'll transform this train underscore transform trans. Now I'm just fitting it and transforming it and then saving it the output. That is done. I'll just give the CT. So this is how the CT actually looks like. This is the visualization of CT where I could see what is the pipeline. First, I'll do the gender pipeline and then put it to the data. Age pipeline, put it to the data. Extension. So you can confirm whether you have done everything right. If everything puts properly, and then once everything is done, there is one small arrow mark over here, which is the actual data once every data has been processed. So if I give dot column names, I guess it's column names. Do anybody remember what is the parameter used? Yeah, feature names. So this is for the in, and then yes, it's out. Out. I forgot. Column names. In OPPs, you will not be having access to your data. I mean, your documentations. It's better to remember all parameters. They will not ask very difficult parameters, basically. Okay, I didn't set this parameter at all. Here, after reminder, if I yeah, this is feature names output equal to true, I will have all the output names also. So here it is being specified, right? Zero is for gender, and if it is one hot encoded, it will say as smoked, never smoked, smokes as different columns, so that I could get. First, I'll run this again and fill the data. Once that is done, I I have saved the name. I need to get that out. I forgot. Just get feature names. See, this is the name of the data set. After that is being processed. Need out. So first is the gender. So this prefixes with the name that we have given. This gender underscore gender pipe is this gender underscore pipe. So that is being prefixed, and the column name that is being here. So similarly for everything it is done. If I have one hot encoded it shows smoking status, and then formerly smoked. So this is one column that is being transformed. So anybody have any doubt? So I'm just printing this so that.
Sir, if verbose features name out would not have been there, would data frame could have been same?
Data frame could have, yes, x underscore train transform remains the same. This is
Okay,
the same.
only it is prefixing the extra things to identify, right?
Sorry, I didn't get you.
What verbose is doing is, what I understand, it is only prefixing the extra things to the column names.
Yes. So whatever prefixed, like smoking status, that is being prefixed, and it is suffixed with whatever being used. Formerly smoked, never smoked, smokes. So that is being suffixed, and this smoking status is actually the column name that we have given. So this smoking, the between smoking status, if I run this with smoking st, then you, so smoking st, and then smoking status, and then formerly smoked. So the train transform actually looks like this, but we want one other thing also where that is mentioned in the question, which is we need to fit it and transform it in the x test x train. So x underscore test underscore trans ct dot. Here the catch is we should not.
Not to fit.
Yeah, exactly. So we should not fit it. Instead, we just transform it so that it remains the distribution remains the same. We'll run this here, running this, running this, running this. So everything now express train is also transformed. No non-numerical values, and here I'll just instead I'll just put it as test. So I have 1200 test columns that is also transformed, and then the train column that is also transformed. So this is one important step. Like, has everybody understood till here? And like, this is one important question or important step that you will be doing. I'll just summarize it. I've defined a pipeline where I have two objects to be instantiated. I've manually done all these, and then using column transformer, I preserve the order in which the output should be there. Like this output is there. This is also done. So column transform. This is just a cell to uh, define it, and nowhere I have this is not given output because it does not have any sort of fitting or transform. The next cell is where I'm fitting it with the column transformer which I have defined, and then the xtrain, xtest, xtrain transform, xtest transform, and y value is already been done here. Y value is already a numerical value. So now I have a proper what to say, a proper transformed data set to work upon my models. Got it? So like I'll just give one other work to everybody. Like, can anybody help me with? I need to, if I give x train x underscore train underscore transform. Right. This gives with the name itself. Then fine, no problem. So this has the name above. So this is sometimes difficult to work upon. because of many different. Okay, let's leave it for. It is better to have zeros, ones, and everything. This name will not be necessary once the data is being pre-processed. Okay. The next question. We'll go to the next question. We'll quickly go. So we just want the shape of the data set. This is one question that is being asked on this particular.
Sir,
Yes.
uh, could you tell me about that fit transform, please, once again?
Yeah. So this fit actually uh, fit transform is basically run on the train data set so as to get all the so to say so as to get all the distributions and the values for the data set. So this fit actually learns the parameters meaning the mean of the value, median of the value, all those things. That is, once I give fit underscore transform, it learns everything from x-ray. Once I give transform, using those learned parameters, I'm working on the test data set. So that is how fit underscore transform and transform works. Clear?
Okay, okay. Thank you, sir.
So now I want to calculate the shape of the feature matrix of training data set. So this is simple. X underscore train transform dot shape. It is 2800 and 16, the first option. And now, what is the next question? Shape is done. Yeah, this is one important question. So so the you can see the weightage of these questions. So this question is 2 marks, and this question is around 6 marks. So 6 marks. If you eliminate, oh, this question actually. This question. Before going to this question, I'll say how this question is. So this question also has 6 marks where I want the mean. What is the mean of the transformed test data set? So mean, if I want to compute the mean, it's np dot mean, because I want mean of the entire data set itself. So I'll give x underscore train. It was train per right features of mean of the transform test data set. So I will just test transform test data set. So it's 0.246. So that is the answer. So this is 6 marks. So the first question was 2 marks. This is 6 marks. Almost 8 mark is covered, and then the 6 mark. It is so almost 12, 14 marks has been covered. With just this line of code, you can answer 14 marks.
Sir, a mean of this whole data set.
Mhm. Yeah, this is the mean of the entire data set. So it sums of all the values and divided by the uh, number of entries. That's it.
Sir, we would get the same answer if we use dot mean, right? Instead of numpy dot mean, we could have
Yeah,
used
yeah.
x transform dot mean.
I
But
guess will that work? Yeah. So this will actually give for entire like for everything. Is there a way to do this, or else you can sum it up and then divided by the number of columns divided by dot shape of 1. It also gave me the same result. So you
Sir,
should.
but in my case, I've just used dot mean function and it returned the answer 0.255,
Mhm.
and it doesn't match your answer.
It is matching it. 0.2524 is okay. No problem.
Okay, okay.
You mean with this, just with this itself? Did you run? Did this work?
Yes, sir. It returned the answer 0.255,
How?
etc.
No. I'm asking whether X train. For me, it is
Yes.
giving for all rows, right?
Yeah, I didn't get a data frame of all the rows means. I just
Mhm.
got the answer of 0.25574 something.
Oh, that's great. Maybe you could have. Yeah, that is also possible. Maybe you could have done. If that didn't come, you can go with this. This also gave me the same result actually. So see, you
Okay.
can see the about to.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So yeah, this is one other important question. There is something called recursive feature elimination. Uh, I need to eliminate the feature uh, using logistic regression estimator, and then if I eliminate one feature, then what would be the that particular feature? So
Uh, like I want to ask the points written below after the question. Is it written by you or they gonna give that hint?
these part they will give. This is the question itself. It will be in your portal.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
By the
Uh,
way, I'm not aware of those.
have you done your
Yeah, can
NPP
you
one? OPP one?
Sorry.
Have you done your OPP one?
Yeah.
Then OPP one also follows the same pattern. Uh,
I can say that I didn't remember. Yeah.
Mhm.
okay.
So
Actually,
can you
this will
start
be
explaining the background about this?
okay.
And
So, mhm. So how I'll just brief how recursive feature elimination works. So based on logistic regression, we want to eliminate, not eliminate. We want to segregate. We want how would I say? Like we want the important features alone. We want some way to take only the important feature. So in this, what this recursive feature elimination does is, uh, it actually there is two types of recursive feature elimination. One is forward and one is backward. Uh, if for backward, if there is 100 columns, it will take all the 16 columns, all the 100 columns, and recursively eliminate one by one, starting from first, then from out of 100 it will remove one feature and there will be 99 columns. Once I give I want 16 desired columns until it reaches 16. From 100 it will one by one it will reduce till it reaches 16 important features alone. uh, on what basis does that eliminate? When that is the logistic regression, I can use many different models based on it. You can refer to the documentation also for detailed thing. That maybe that is the estimator that I need to give, where what estimator I need to choose for selection, and then n features to select, which is the 16 I said, right? So starting from 100, I need to reach. I will stop only after reaching 16. If it is forward, it will consider zero features, and until it reaches 16, it will add features upon. It will add important features until it reaches the desired number of results. So that is how it works. And there is one other parameter which is ranking. Support means this one is included, this one is included, all these things is being included. I mean all these first five features, because it is five, so which means all these first five is being selected, and then all the other, whatever other, this is a forward, I guess. This is forward. Let me check. What is the default parameter for a step? I'm not sure. Step is equal to 1. Important getter. Oh, okay. Uh, that is not there, but there is two. Yeah, so it is different format. So here it uses only backward selection. So select from model and RFE works forward and backward. This RFE works only on for backward method, I guess. So wherever it is giving one, all those is being selected. So that is the ranking that it is being selected. So first rank will get selected, of course. Anything that is given the second rank or third rank, that will be in choice. It will not be selected uh, for the model performances. So that is the overview of how uh, the RFE works. So this ranking and support are the important parameter that you need to remember. Uh, yes. If I do one question, maybe you could get much more overview of it. Do you have any questions on how the any questions?
No.
All right. So I'll just define RFE equal to RFE. I guess I'll refer to the documentation once again. It's RFE, right?
If we're gonna prepare the questions which you are in which you are like just helping us,
Mhm.
uh, are we good to go with the OPP?
Yes, of course. If you, this is the last question I'll be discussing for today. If you have from starting till if you watch till the last part
Yeah,
of
yeah, I
this video,
saw.
yeah, so then you are completely fit for doing the pre-processing. Uh,
Okay,
yeah,
I do have one more thing in mind.
yeah,
Like, as you are showing multiple times that Eskillen, that
yeah,
documentation,
yeah.
do we like before this end of the MLP course,
Hmm.
should we be very familiar with that documentation, like for each and
Of course.
everything?
Yes, yes, of course. The thing is, you will get the parameters over here. You just need to know the concept. N underscore features to select. You will get whenever you give. You need not remember how the parameter looks like, but you need to know how that parameter is important. So if I give Control Shift Spacebar, I get this small documentation. So this
Yeah.
has everything important getter. Like it also has a example also. Everything will be there. So you need not need this particular data set and remember everything, but at least you need to know how an RFE works, how a PCA works, and other feature selection method works.
So
Yeah.
today we just did the pre-processing, right?
Yes, yes. So this is
Okay.
the first section. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have this parameter n underscore features to select, where I want to select all the features, not all the features, I want to eliminate one feature alone. So there were 16 columns. I want x underscore train dot transform dot shape. I want all the columns so that of one, which gives all the parameters, and I'm reducing one from it because I don't want the last feature alone. Uh, yes, any other thing that is being asked? No. If I run this, I'll just giving RFE so that no RFE just fit the data fit hex underscore train underscore transform trans, but this gives a little ambiguity, but anyways I'll just explain why hex underscore train and why underscore train. So once I fit this, I'll just get the rfe.support. Support. Yeah. So there is 15 features that is being selected and one feature that is being eliminated. I don't know which feature is being eliminated, so I'm just giving the ranking so that I get to know which feature was it. It was the last feature that is being eliminated. Uh, yes, so
Sir, what will you share of this pre-processing part in OPPE2?
what will you share? Sorry.
Share of this pre-processing part. This time it will
He's
be in three
asking the
parts.
weightage.
Okay. It will be around 45 marks, I guess. Last time it was 45. This time also it is expected to be
No. I
45.
think it is now in this. It will be in three parts, right? Pre-processing, classification, and regression.
Classification and regression comes into model building, so that
Yes,
maybe
yes.
there is a fit, but it is model building part.
But sir, I wanted to understand. I wanted to know the share of this pre-processing part.
Yeah, maybe that thing the course team can only help you with that.
I read somewhere that it's about 40, 20, 40. 40 is for pre-processing, 20 and 40 is for model building, classification and regression.
Yeah, most probably will be the case. But I'm not
Sir,
very sure about the marking scheme. Yes.
we have to
Sir,
do.
Yes, sorry.
this week 1 to 5
Mm-hmm.
will count for 60 marks, right?
Yes.
And in that there will be pre-processing, right? So will it
Yes.
be 50% of that 60 mark or some varied?
No,
Uh,
sorry, no. I don't have any idea about it. It was the case before. Maybe you can confirm with instructors once again.
Earlier it used to be 50%.
Mhm.
Uh, in
Yeah,
case of
actually, the OPP was used to be 90 marks. Out of 90 marks, 45 for
yes,
this
yes,
OPP like pre-processing and 45 for model building.
yes.
It was the
So
last time.
in that way, will it be of 30 marks or some different weightage that will be?
Uh, yes, 30 marks. No.
We got the mail regarding that. The actually.
Okay. I'm sorry, I'm not very sure about it. Maybe you can confirm this with the professors and instructors for this.
Actually, sir, like it's confirmed because like someone like complained about that everyone cheated in OPP1, so that's why they said that we can't take the OPP1 again. We are taking up OPP2 after like on 30th March. So what we can do is we will divide the ratio, whatever the marking you will get in OPP2, we are dividing that into the 60-40 ratio. 60 marks for the OPP, whatever you get in through OPP1, you will get 60% of that, plus 40% what we gonna give in the
No,
OPP2.
it's not like that. It's not like that. What it has been given is that 60 marks will be for the first section, pre-processing part and linear problem, linear
That is
regression
the part
problem.
of the OPP1, na?
60. No. But then that's what they have done. 60 they have decided for pre-processing and linear regression, and classification they have allotted 40 marks. Now this 60 marks will be scaled to 100 marks for OPP1. Those who want to like improve whatever. Uh, the best
Where it
of two
is?
will
Could
be
you
like,
please confirm
yeah,
it?
that's given in the mail. That's given in the mail.
Okay. I will check and
It's right. He's saying
I will
right.
check it again. Thank you.
But out of that 60, is it clear that what will the share of this pre-processing part?
So you can expect like out of that 60 or
50%?
40 to 50 will be dedicated to this pre-processing, and 10 or 20 will be dedicated to linear regression and linear regression.
Only expectation, it is not somewhere clear.
I'm not sure about it, but that's what they have
Okay.
written in there. Yeah. They have
Uh,
given the combined weightage to that. Like they have given the combined weightage to linear regression problem and
Yeah,
the pre-processing
that
part.
I have seen. That is.
so one more thing,
Can we?
Yeah,
like
yeah. 1 minute, 1 minute. I'll just brief everything. So we had, yeah, yeah. 1 minute. So this is all for today. Like it's already 8, and the thing is, almost this is what pre-processing is. Whether it is how much mark, whatever the mark it is being allotted. So I guess every part of your pre-processing is that just this. Sometimes they might ask for PCA part also eliminate features. Mm, maybe if that is the case, you can eliminate with PC also. There'll be n components that you can PC elimination. You can just give a try with yourself. Otherwise, this is all for pre-processing. Uh, do anybody have any doubt in this pre-processing steps
Sir,
that we have done?
sir, last line of code, sir. What this minus one is doing?
This minus one.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So this train transform dot shape will give me 16. Uh, this should give me 16. I don't want
Yeah.
16 because I want to eliminate one feature, which means out of the 16, I want 15 only. So I'm just giving minus 1 so that I want 15 features. I want to eliminate one only. One is being eliminated. That's it.
Why you want to? Okay.
So that is the
Sir,
question.
sir, I think one mistake that we have done is in the logistic regression we have not mentioned random state 1729. Huh?
Yes.
That's okay. That will not create an ambiguity. That's correct. Even if I
is it
do
a
that,
query like thing?
not query. It's just a random state. It's just a state. If
Oh,
I
okay,
run
sorry.
anytime, that will not cause an issue.
Like like in our models, we generally use 42. Is it like that? They give
Uh,
the particular number for that?
no, no, no. Like uh, it once it is like setting a seed value so that anytime if you give np dot random dot randint, uh, anytime if you run the randomness will be the same. Once you get 5, even whenever you put that value, every time you will get the same value that is being produced. So that is just to ensure the reproducibility. That's it. That's it. Uh,
Where we'll get the
Add code.
recording?
Yes.
yeah, I'll just come to it. 1 minute.
And also the notebook link.
One minute. Sorry, what was the question?
Where we will get the that recording link and the notebook link?
Recording link will be given in the calendar itself. You can go to the calendar and it will be available over there. Um, it will be here. It will be down somewhere here. You can
Oh,
once yeah. It will take around 2 hours to process the video. After two
yeah.
hours, it will be available in the calendar itself. And coming to the notebook, it is already shared. This access to everybody is being shared. Maybe I'll just share it once again. Uh, anybody who have um, who should have this access, I'll just pin this. This is the notebook link that we have booked for today. So I guess it is clean enough to work upon. Ping me anytime if you have any doubt.
Is that the session is official?
Uh, Official in the sense it's based on uh, official meaning it is based on Nilgiri team. It's official only. I could say it is official.
Yeah, like I thought that the
So, like
course you
last
designed
time the
that.
students cheated in the OPP1 exam, have they taken any measures to cope up with the cheating in OPP2 exam also?
1 minute, I'll just stop the recording.